Grand Prix Insights is presented by Allianz.
The gearboxes of modern Formula One cars are highly automated. We shift gears by using the pedals behind the steering wheel. And they're maybe a little bit comparable to the sequential gearboxes from motorbikes, except that our gear changes just happen so much faster.
They're 7-speed boxes, 7 ratios with 1 reverse. And the thing that's really developed in the last few years is what we call seamless changes. And that means we change from one gear to the next without losing any power from the engine. We don't have to dip the clutch, we don't have to lose drive. And what we actually do is engage both gears at the same time. And one starts to overtake the other, and just before it becomes a problem, the other one pulls out. So we get seamless acceleration.
First of all, there's the gear ratios, which you need to tune from one track to another. And then there's also the way the shifts happen, because very often you're in the middle of the corner and you have to shift, so you need to make sure that the shift is very smooth. Otherwise it could snap the rear away and you could spin and you could be off the track. That requires a lot of detailed work.
They're also very tough little things. They weigh around 35 kilos, but they've got to take 750 horsepower and a huge amount of torque from the engine, 350 Newton meters. So they're really nice pieces of engineering, almost like Swiss watchmaking when you look inside them, but great piece of engineering.
In a typical race, I might shift about 3,100 times. So you can imagine that all I'm doing all the time is like shifting. And at the same time, I need to change brake balance, switch on the curves, the rear wing, the differential. So there's a lot going on in the cockpit.
In '91, you got the opportunity to go Formula One racing thanks to Mercedes-Benz, or also thanks to Mercedes. Can you describe a little bit?
Well, '91, we had an obscure situation with Bertrand Gachot suddenly being in prison, us talking to several teams about Formula One. That was more the plan for '92 at the time, but nevertheless, when we got this opportunity and my manager got a phone call that we may have a seat available, we obviously went straight to England, did a seat check, and on Tuesday I was sitting in the Jordan car and driving the car. Not knowing whether I would do it or not do it, but by Thursday evening late, finally it was clear that I was going to drive that car through the weekend. And it was clear because Mercedes supported this financially and from the management side to get me into Formula One. And that's where the loop is closing again, me coming back after all those years to Mercedes in order to succeed in the mission that is to make Mercedes world champion. That is something that I'm happy about, to be back, and it's probably and certainly the only combination that triggered my thoughts to actually seriously think about a comeback.
Spa is your living room, you say. Why?
Well, if you imagine what has happened in Spa in all those years, my start in '91, my first win in '92, the phenomenous races in '95, or the strange race in '98, or finally the championship in 2004 to win in Spa. All those steps sort of marked Spa with a very particular touch, and for me, in my whole history, everything comes back to Spa, where everything started and where lots of great stories happen. The emotion of the track, the combination of history, is the reason that Spa became my living room.
What's the difference between Michael Schumacher before the comeback and now?
Well, he certainly got a little bit older, no less competitive in my point of view, certainly no less determined, and I see it as a great challenge to fulfill the mission to get Mercedes back on the winning road.
Your teammate Nico was sometimes faster than you. What can a 7-time world champion learn from a 26-year-old guy?
Well, if you imagine he's only 26 in a way, but then he has about 100 Grand Prix already on his shoulders. So he's reasonably experienced. He's certainly quick. He's certainly one of the quickest teammates I've had. amongst the others, together with Felipe and so on. But the good thing is that the combination of us is very positive, because we have the same approach, we have the same thought how a car has to behave, how a car has to develop, how a car has to handle. That is very helpful for the team to focus in one direction and to make the team as a whole to come forward. Who then will make the better races or not, that will show up in future. You know, now we're not really fighting for podiums or wins, and whether I'm fifth or he is fifth and I'm sixth and so on, that's less important. Yes, you want to be in front, but like the last race when you have a failure, you don't really feel too disappointed, because you know that a lot of things are necessary in order to get where we want to go to. And then when we finally will be at the front, I'm pretty sure that things will become even more intense.
What emotions did it steer for you to make your F1 comeback with Mercedes-Benz?
Well, I mean, the combination of Ross having succeeded in 2009, Mercedes joining the team, me being in a way sort of approached by Ross whether I could imagine to do a comeback. I at least thought, well, give it 2 days about serious thoughts, and then may consider it or not consider it. And after the 2 days and after some more intense discussion, I thought, why not? I mean, I'm still fit enough. I'm still mentally ready for it. And I like the challenge.
Will Michael Schumacher be driving Silver Arrow in 2012?
Yeah, despite some funny rumors and stupid, untruthful stories, I keep repeating myself that you will have to see me in 2012. Who likes it or not likes it, but I will be there. And the good thing is that I have a lot of support from all around, in particular from the company, in particular from the team, that they all wish me to be there. So I wish to be there, so I look forward to it.